G'day, welcome to Todd's Kitchen. Everyone loves cupcakes. I don't know a single person who doesn't. But the thing is, you can only have one or two, otherwise you start to feel guilty. Well, these are one of those ones where you can have more than a few and not feel as guilty because they're so delicious. They're keto friendly, no sugar, no carbs, and I know that you'll love them. So join me today as I make my version of the Keto Chocolate Cupcakes. Okay, so we're going to start this off in a large mixing bowl. So we're going to start with most of our wet ingredients. The first being 3 eggs. Now these are 3 large eggs. Followed by 3 tablespoons of softened unsalted butter. About a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And about half a cup of erythritol. This is the Australian version. So just pour in half a cup of that. And we're just simply going to give it a good mix with a hand or stand mixer just for about a minute or two until it comes up nice and creamy. Okay, next we're going to add 2/3 of a cup of almond flour, followed by 1/3 a cup of coconut flour. Next, a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. To enhance all the flavours, just some salt. And I'll leave a list of ingredients in the description below. Then a teaspoon of baking powder. And finally 2/3 of a cup of unsweetened almond milk. And we're going to give that a very good mix through with the hand or stand mixer until it's all well combined. Okay, so once mixed, now you can use paper or silicone molds, it's really up to you. But we're just going to spoon our mixture just into each one of our cupcake holders. Just say a couple of tablespoons worth in each one. Okay, once filled, they're ready for the oven. Okay, so we're going to place them into a preheated oven at 190 degrees Celsius or 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 minutes. Okay, so now with our cupcakes out of the oven, we're going to let them cool down because we're going to work on the final step. So we're going to make a keto-friendly topping, and the first ingredient we're going to use is 6 ounces or 170 grams of softened cream cheese, followed by a tablespoon of softened butter, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 3/4 of a cup of erythritol or a similar sugar substitute, and finally a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And finally we're going to give it a very good mix just so everything is well combined. So all we have to do now is just with a piping bag, I'm just going to transfer our mixture into our piping bag. So all that's left now is just to pipe on our lovely icing mixture. And there we have our very delicious, very healthy keto chocolate cupcakes. Now it's definitely a very easy cupcake recipe to make, but in moderation it's also a very healthy cupcake recipe. You don't have all that added sugar and carbs. And it took honestly no time at all to make. And just look at that lovely creamy topping. Oh yeah. So it's probably one of the only guilt-free, in moderation, cupcakes you're ever going to try. So whether you're having this as a part of a keto diet, or just a cupcake that has less sugar and carbs than a regular cupcake, or far less, either way, it's going to taste simply delish.